since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then he with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape. As they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Manning. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. No. Off. Get him off. Yes. Check. Lucky. Rush in. Go. 36.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Man open, it's Moss, complete. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go, D. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ready? Check. Check hot route. Hot. Hayward. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. I got one. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Go. Baby, all day. Shoot up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Cooper's got it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Let's go, G. Tighten up. Let's go. Go. Orbit. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Coming.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll give it to Chubb. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, switch gears. Go get him. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Shit.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The 1st down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Manning into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Watch the block, motion, block. Hey, he's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, here we go, checking motion. Check the call. 58, 58, come on. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll drop to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. The 30. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Let's go one more. Switch.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll try again with Elliott. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out here in the eye. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Check 50. Check 50.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Right there. Come. Kill. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep up. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off off at the 36. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Bang, 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 bang. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now. Throwing now is Manning. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On play action, it's Manning. The catch made by Miller. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Manning now to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score.
Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. 79 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Vikings 14. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. there's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
When you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
Let's go. First down at their own 10-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Nick Chubb, as time expires in the first half, as his guys are back within a single score. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, But when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
58's Mike, 58's Mike. Hey, keep it up.
They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 12. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. And 58 is the Mike.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Yo. Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 58 to Mike, 58.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, Actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Moss complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
They can't hang with us. Mike's 57. 57. Mike, 57. We on.
2nd and 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Austin Hooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
On play action. Now Manning going deep this time for Miller. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Scott Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Lane. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go to Elliott again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw. Come on, boy.
Now Elliott. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Check. You draw perfect. Smooth. Go.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And a big turnover there. His guys will get the football back.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. 6 man. 2-6. Check curls.
2nd and 4. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day. Hustle. It's going to be a long day.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
57's the Mike. I'm coming for you, son. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. I got you, boy.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Echo.
Now Manning. And that's Elliott, complete.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go.
Hey, exit. Check line 54. Line 54.
Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got it to Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Manning now on 1st down. That one complete to Elliott. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings' 24.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Sponge! 58!
2nd and 10. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. picked off at the 47. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, orbit. 54, go.
From midfield, here's Manning. And he will find his man on the outside. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Manning to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go, set. 18 Gator. Flag 54. Watch the pass.
Manning looking to throw it. That is caught at the 7. The end result, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
By 56, by 56.
Back to throw, Manning to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
That's how you score.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the way? No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Second and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. P.J. Williams with a pick.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This to make it a 3-score game late. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, they move back over 500 now at 4-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year, and they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.